everyone, thanks for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing CTCMath, the 12-month family membership. So CTCMath is an online math curriculum. It is a full curriculum from kindergarten all the way up to calculus. And so I have been reviewing this curriculum with my 10-year-old, my 8-year-old, and my 4-year-old. However, the 12-month family subscription does include unlimited students in your family. So if you have more than 3 kids you want to use it with, that's totally fine. But I just chose to use it with my 3 youngest. So my youngest was using the kindergarten program, and my 8-year-old is using the 3rd grade, and I had my 10-year-old using the 4th grade because I wanted her to review some 4th grade material. Now, the way this program works is that you have access to the entire curriculum for every child. So in other words, if you start off, let's say, in the 4th grade curriculum, but your child quickly moves through it, you can simply jump to the 5th grade curriculum. So it doesn't matter what grade your child is in, you can jump around to any parts of the curriculum online. There is a parent account, and then each student has their own account, and there's all kinds of really cool features on the CTCMath website, including worksheets that you can print out. Also, when the students finish a whole unit, they do get a printable certificate, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to show you some examples of the different features that are in CTCMath. So I'm going to actually take you into the program and kind of give you a little walkthrough of it. But basically how the program works is that each lesson has a video component. So the student watches a short video, and then they do some questions to practice that concept. This is a mastery-based curriculum, so the kids are working through different units, and they're mastering that unit before moving on to a next unit. However, I've actually skipped around with my kindergartner because I have found that some of the lessons she just wasn't ready for, such as the number words lessons. So I just skipped that and went to a different lesson in a different unit, and it was no problem. So that's one of the great things, is that I have the flexibility to have my kids do whatever I think is going to be most beneficial for them. When the kids finish the lesson, it is automatically graded, and if they get 100%, it pops up all these little ribbons and things, and so they're really excited when they get that 100% and they have that pop up on their screen. You're also sent a weekly report as the parent, so if you haven't checked in that week, that's okay, because you'll get a weekly report that will tell you your kids' progress. So let's jump right into this online program, and I can show you around and tell you a little bit more about what it's like. Into the parent account, you will see a screen like this. Over to the right, which is off the screen that I'm not showing, you actually have information on all your students. And to protect privacy, I'm not showing that part of the screen, but that will list each of your students. It will also show their lessons completed, their overall grade. It will give you a chance to view their profile or log in as that student. So that is what's over on the right of the screen. However, on this side, the left side of the screen, you have this where it has latest tasks. You can actually assign your children tasks by pushing this button here, and then you can create a task for them. Now, I didn't really utilize this creating task function too much. I did a couple times because I wanted to see how it worked out. So you can see you can choose a task date, a title, you can put a description, you can add recipients, lessons, diagnostics, question banks, all of these cool features, but my kids really just did the next lesson, so I didn't really assign them tasks too much. Now, I also want to show you this question bank wizard. Now, this is where you can actually create worksheets for your students. So I've created this question bank worksheet for my youngest, and so I can actually print this out and give it to her if I want her to do some offline work. Now, you can create these for any of the grade levels, for any of the sections, for any of the units, so that is pretty cool too. Then we have this tools section here where we can browse lessons, we can export data, and we can print out some checklist. And so let me show you an example of the checklist here. And so again, we're only showing part of the screen here. But these kind of go over what each grade is covering. Okay, let's see activity, and this lists each child and when they logged in, what they worked on, how long they worked for, and all of that. We also see awards, and if your child has finished a unit and has received an award, you will find that under this award section. And then the weekly reports, which are also emailed to you, you can find here. I'll show you a little bit about what the curriculum looks like. So here we can see that I'm logged in as one of my daughters, and I can actually access all of the curriculum. So you see kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, and then we've got junior high, sixth grade, basic math and pre-algebra, elementary measurement, elementary geometry, and then high school, we've got algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, trigonometry, pre-calculus, and calculus. Now, let's go to fifth grade. If we go to fifth grade, we will see that we've got all these different things here: number patterns and algebra, measurement, space and geometry, statistics and probability, and then weekly revision tasks, which I'll get to in a minute. Now, I'm not sure about every grade, but for the third grade and the fourth grade, there was 120 lessons. I actually counted them up. So I'm guessing there's probably about that in the other grades as well. Okay, so then when we click on numbers, patterns, and algebra, we see now we have these different sections. We have number 1, addition and subtraction, multiplication, division, and so forth. And on the side, you can see here that it tells us how many lessons are in that category. So then we just can click on that, and we bring up every lesson. And so you just click on a lesson and do that. But before I show you what a lesson looks like, I actually want to show you these diagnostic tests. So you can actually have your child take a diagnostic test to see if really they can totally skip this unit because they have mastered this information. There is a short 20-question diagnostic test, a standard 30-question diagnostic test, and a comprehensive 40 questions diagnostics test that will tell you have they basically mastered this content or not. So now let's take a look at what it looks like when we're in a lesson. So again, I'm just going to click on this lesson here. My daughter has not done this particular lesson. This is a fifth grade. I'm actually logged into my third grade daughter's program, but I just wanted to show you what the program looks like. So you see we have a video here, okay, and then I'm going to play the video.
Times tables. Quite simply, I'm just going to give you a mixture of times tables. I'm going to pause before giving you the answer and seeing whether you can get an answer before I say it. Examples. 2 times 6 equals 12. 3 times 5 equals 15.
Okay, and so the lesson would go on. It's just a couple minutes long. Then at the end of the lesson, they are going to go to questions, and then they would click Start Questions. And then they have to put here what the answer is. They can push this
1 multiplied by 8 equals
in order to have it read to them, and then they can put in the answer and then submit. Now, I'm not going to actually do that because then it's going to record it as if my daughter has done that, and I don't want to do that. But that is the idea, and then it'll go on to the next question. Now, let's talk about these weekly revision tasks. We've got semester 1, okay, and then we've got fifth grade semester 1, set 1, and we can start the questions here, or we can do a PDF worksheet here where we can open the PDF in a new window, and we can print that out, download that. Okay, and so these are the weekly revision worksheets, or you can do them online, are a great way to kind of check their progress and also print out these worksheets if you want them to do offline work. Same thing that you can do with creating those worksheets that I showed you at the beginning of this. I wanted to show you what it looks like when a topic is completed. So this is an example of a topic that my 10-year-old has completed, and you can see that the lessons each have a check mark next to them, and then we also see the grade that she got on each one of them. But there's also these games, these speed drills, and these times tables, shoot 'em up, that you can also play if you'd like to do that. Another thing that I wanted to show you is that when it's applicable, they use fun pictures. This is the kindergarten lesson, adding to 10. And so they're using pictures here to show what they're doing. And then there's this other cool feature too. At the bottom of each lesson right here, for your reference, there's a lesson summary. And you can click that and it's going to bring up this lesson summary that you can actually download and print out. So that is really good because it can actually have your kids able to refer back to it, or you as the parent refer back to it if you need help later on. So that is pretty cool too. You can kind of print those out and keep them in a math binder if you wanted to, but you don't have to. It's just an additional reference for you to use. So I hope that was helpful in giving you an idea of what CTCMath is like and if it would be a good fit for your family. I actually think it's been a pretty good fit for our family, especially with my 10-year-old. She's really enjoyed it. My 8 and 10-year-old have been using CTCMath on their iPad just through a browser. It's been super easy for them to navigate and just go to the next lesson every day. And so it's been a really great thing for their summer math review. It's been such a wonderful fit for my 10-year-old in particular. She tends to not like math, unlike my 3rd grader who naturally is good at math and likes math. My 10-year-old doesn't like math and it often brings tears. But with CTCMath, we've honestly not had one tear shed. So that is a huge plus. Now, most of the time, my 3rd grader wouldn't even watch the videos. She would just go straight to the worksheets. But that is because she is kind of naturally math-minded and enjoys math, and so she didn't feel the need to watch the videos. Once in a while, she would get to the questions and would say, oh, I think I should watch the video, and then would go back and watch the video. But you can skip back and forth like that, and it's really no problem. Even if you're in the middle of the questions and you want to go back to the video, it's really easy to click the tab over and go back to that video and watch that video if you've changed your mind. So I really do like the flexibility of that. My 4-year-old has been using CTCMath on my laptop because that's easier for her, and she has been able to fully navigate it once I get her to the lesson. So she can't get to the lesson on her own, but once she's there, she knows how to play the video, she knows how to go to the questions, answer the questions, press submit, go to the next question, and all of that. It has been a really great fit for her as well. The only thing that we've had a little bit of difficulty with is the lessons that require her to read, like the word numbers. She isn't able to do those yet because she's not reading yet, but that's the only lessons that she's really had trouble on, is those that require her to be able to read. Most of the lessons do not require any reading. I've liked the format of it so much that I am planning on having my 9th grader use it, even though I didn't have her use it for this review. I liked it so much that I decided that I was going to have her use it for her 9th grade year. And that's the great thing about the family membership. I started off with 3 using it, but now I can add another one, and that's okay. And so I really appreciate that about the family membership with the flexibility of it. Make sure to go check out the homeschool review crew that I'm going to link in the description box below, because there's lots of other moms who have used the CTCMath program and have reviewed it, and so you can get all different kinds of reviews for moms who have used it for different levels. Also, make sure to go check out the CTCMath link too if you think that this is a good fit for your family. I personally love how I can be hands-off and I can still have everything there for me, ready to go, but it makes it really easy on me. And it's engaging for the kids. So definitely go check out those links in the description box. And if you have any questions, please leave me a comment and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.